So, Heaven's Vault, another indie game. And I'm not very good at describing things, so I might just play it and we'll find out. It is a little bit janky. Hopefully janky in a cute sort of way. But I do remember getting a bit frustrated with it. So that's not... Wow, that's a terrible thing to say to introduce it. I like it. If you know the game Chance of Sonoma, which I've only played the demo for, I'm hoping to get that. It's a language, kind of a language translation game. We are kind of an archaeologist, but it's a sci-fi archaeologist, and we're trying to find out about the past of the people, and because we don't really know. I'm a little bit nervous, that's why I'm procrastinating. I don't know why. Oh, I forgot to put the pop filter on. Kicking it. Knocking it out of the park, as they say. Yes, it will be interesting, and hopefully people will be here to help. I have played it once before, but there are different choices, there are different endings, and I don't remember any of the squiggles, so we are starting from scratch, and I will ask when I would like some help, just so we can get that clear. Let's get in, I keep waffling. Waffles. See movement.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present.
It's really loud. Is it loud for you?
But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
Okay, I'm clicking numbers, I missed it. Sorry. If you stumble, I will push you up. It isn't... So I have a time factor on when I can click replies. It's annoying. Far. Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please. Can't do voices, this is going to be a problem. Alright, so was that voice insanely loud? Because for me it was loud. I'm going to turn it down unless you say otherwise. I'm going to have some water. Alright, so we've got a person and what looks like a robot, part robot, part... I was about to say hieroglyph now, you've got hieroglyphs in my head. Hologram. Yeah, I don't do voices, but I should make it slightly different somehow. We'll see how it goes. All right, I've turned down the speech so I don't get blasted out my chair. Hopefully that is it was too loud for you as well. It looks like we've got a health bar. Okay, I've got some awkward camera controls. Oh, I'm walking really slowly because I'm knackered. Let's go look at the statue. Oh, this is... Ah. Can I look at the statue? Oh, is it a controls thingy jig bob? Cooking in Bali. The voice was a bit loud. Yeah. What was I looking for? Oh my god, I completely forgot why I clicked on that. I wanted to change something. Time limit for responses sounds like Oxenfree. I remember my partner playing that game. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I like to be able to give things some thought. I mean, when you have a conversation, no one's like, I mean, sure, you respond in a certain time, but you don't feel like, oh my god, I have to respond, otherwise I can't say anything at all now, it's gone. I can't remember why I clicked on this. I'm not with it. Oh, if there was a controls system to change, but there wasn't. Okay, can't look at this simplistic one-eyed statue, so... Oh, bricked up opening. I know she's supposed to have this London accent and it's not happening. Circle. I just clicked. A bricked up opening. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? There's something written here. I can't always tell who's talking. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. Here we got our first little hieroglyphs. Heaven's Vault. It's the title. I got it. Heaven's Vault. Abrupt cut. The University of Iox, some weeks earlier.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
I definitely can't do that accent. Tree, that's nice. Big tree. Mistress Alia? Alia. Mistress Alia Alazra. I have been waiting for you. I don't know what his voice is. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Maersi. She is very anxious for your arrival. Oh, I don't need an escort. She's my supervisor. I know where she is. Excellent. Then you will be able to keep up. Did she say what she wanted? I don't like how quick it is. Yes. She said she wanted you. So why has she sent you? God, it's very quiet, isn't it? Did you do something wrong? That seems unlikely. My ethical core protects me from serious error. Maybe I should get one of those. I was under the impression humans already had them. Somewhere between the first and second vertebrate. Do you have a name, robot? Is that intended to be a joke, mistress? This way. You should know that the professor's urgency was remarkable. Oh, I could reply, I can question, I can look at her. I'm going to look at her. Look at her. Oh, I'm saying look at her. She looks like a tiger in a cage. A most curious analogy, mistress. You understand, I will be required to report it. I clicked R to reply. Watch your back, robot. I've had robots go missing on me before, you know. I will bear that in mind, Alia. Shall we proceed? I don't know what question and reply means just yet. I will try question. Why is Maersi's room so far from everything? I imagine she enjoys her view of the tree, Alia. I am sure it is most pleasing to her. The tree of knowledge. Or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. So I'm getting pop-ups on the bottom right for a timeline, which we will review, which may be my way to pause because it's all getting a bit... So we've got a timeline. It says 450 years ago, question mark, tree planted on Iox. The tree is still there. The whole university centers around it. So yeah, we have a timeline going every 50 years and it's broken up into different eras, which is cool. And there's a question mark for the era of 450 years ago. It says the Holy Empire, question mark. So let's see how far back we can go. I hope it's starting from scratch and not like New Game Plus or something. So we can go back about 750 years, which is maybe the Holy Empire. So between 750 years ago and 350 years ago could be the Holy Empire. And then it's got at about, oh God, why am I so slow? Oh my goodness, what's halfway? About 575 years ago, bear with me. It says the crown of Iox was forged, question mark. And as we said, the 450 years ago was the tree planted. And we've got what looks like some kind of cataclysmic event between the supposed Holy Empire and the Dark Age. Whoopsie. Ooh, it's not. Okay, let's click here. I'm just trying to work out how to move the UI. It's not. Oh, I can grab it. Good. Whoop, whoop. So 350 years ago, which seems to be the start of the Dark Age and the end of the Holy Empire, we have 3 points, question marks, 2 question marks. The last emperor disappears, maybe. The crown of Iox Empire was lost, and then definitely the fall of Iox. So the place where we're at now looks like it was the center of an empire, and some kind of event happened to bring the empire down. And then we go into the Dark Age. Ooh. So between 300 and 350 years ago, the Fallers established power on Iox. Then, I don't know, what these one? So that is 50, 200, about 265 years ago, the Loop Temple re-established on Iox. Yeah, about 208 years ago, the university was established on Iox. This is during the Dark Age. I think a lot of people know now, but just in case you don't, the Dark Ages, our Dark Ages, aren't called so because everything was really shit and bleak. It was because we don't have many historical documents for that time. There was an upheaval when the Roman Empire fell, and people were just trying to live, basically find a way to live without them there. They'd been there for so long, and it was a very supportive structure that they weren't really focused on writing things down. So maybe that's similar here with the Dark Age. We don't really know what happened. All right, now we're gonna zoom. Ooh, no, we zoomed ahead too far. Yes, we did the tree one. So got a temple. Okay, and then there was another between the Dark Age. When the Dark Age ended, the Modern Age began, and that looks like that was 165 years ago only. And it's called the founding of the Iox Protectorate. Hope you're keeping up. Oh no, we've got dad jokes in the chat. Always someone, isn't there? Oh, excuse me. So the main character was born about 33 years ago, it looks like, and potentially lived at the Grey Ladies Orphanage until a more recent, like 18 years, and then returned to Iox today. So that's what we've got. Now we're all up to scratch. Up to scratch. Is that even a... Moving on. Is she still talking? Until you finally reach the sun, whatever that is. I can't remember what we were talking about, mate. Sorry. I think growing, the tree growing, or we were growing. Okay, remark. Oh, I don't get to pick my remark. I went outside the university grounds once, exploring. This is a very beautiful moon. You can tell it was once lush, fertile. There must have been huge forests, lakes, rivers. They're all but dry now. Sorry, the text was disappearing so fast I can't keep up. So she speaks quickly. We'll go with that. I have to channel my inner YouTuber and speak too quickly. Okay, so Oh, how does that happen to a moon? Elborethian. It's just going on without me. I don't know. I suppose they cut down all the trees to make chairs. Or ships. Yeah, this is a little bit messy. I don't know. Ooh. I don't know when I'm allowed to, when I'm choosing to talk, when they're talking. I'm sure we'll get used to it. Speak fast, speak fast. All right. Nothing else is happening now. This is so awkward. What do you think of the sculpture? It has a pleasing balance to it. I hate it. I've dug broken bedpans from the dirt that are more attractive. Yes, Alia. Okay, so if I look around... Ooh, ooh. Oh, that's creepy. The robot sometimes stands up. Kind of. Oh, it's talking. Alia. Yes, I'm going. Exactly how many robots...
I was 15
Oh, God.
when Maersi rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness.
I don't know when someone's going to talk. When I can talk. When they're talking. Are you going to say anything else? If we stand here long enough, maybe there's something else. Let's go. Let's just go. Human, have I angered you in some way? I fear our relationship is not entirely cordial. It's not one thing. I'm afraid to move in case something else gets said. Alright, I'm moving. I'm moving. Like I said, bit janky. But again, I wouldn't be trying to play it again and stream it if I didn't ultimately find it enjoyable. So we'll suffer a little jank. We've got some very short doors. Almost a Moroccan style detailing. Maersi's office. Here we go. Get ready for some quick talking. Everybody's going to sound the same. I'm really sorry. Professor Maersi. Alia, there you are. Come in. You want this robot to wait outside? And why would I want that? Thank you, Professor. It's good to see you again. I came as soon as I got your message. I don't know their relationship. I don't know what to pick. You don't need to flatter me, Alia. I don't know. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I know your work is important to you. My work is important to everyone, Professor. Well, today it's important to me. You're our expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's a brooch. Yes, Alia. But I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that. Okay. It's certainly old, maybe? Empire period. The device is the eagle and sun. One of the scholars sent this brooch to me. Janiki Renba. Do you know him? Did you know him? Did? It's really help if I actually read what was there as well. Look at the detail. I see them. Ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Alia. But can you read them? No. We don't know shit. Squiggles. Eagle wing brooch. I've never seen either of these groupings before, but the two words have some common elements, so they must have related meanings. Well. Alright, here we are, our first screen. It's so quiet. I feel like I maybe need to find some background music for it. I think we're safe to talk. Oh. Take some getting used to. I'm sure we'll get there. Ooh, you ignore NPC conversations? But they're not NPC, it's the main character and another character. That's not NPCs, dude. Okay, so our first translation screen. We have two, she's two sections of squiggles, and the questions we've put up, the possible words are holy and friend, but they're both question marks, so it's all a bit of a guess. Well, friend, holy doesn't make any sense. They're not the same words, so holy friend is the only way it can go. Oh, I chose holy, but oh, so it could be friend or holy for the first section. I'm fine. Emperor. I mean, we just read a bit about the empire and it's old, so holy emperor. Oh no, but they look the same. That's what she pointed out. The words must be related. Holy beloved doesn't make sense. Friend beloved doesn't make sense. But emperor is not related to any of the other words, so I don't think it's emperor. Holy beloved? Like, I don't know, was the emperor considered a deity? Sometimes they were. Friend beloved wouldn't have worked. I'm going to put holy beloved, and it says brackets, friend. I'm just going to do that. We have no idea. I'm glad they keep the question marks. Oh, we can review it and then go back. Friend beloved doesn't make sense. No, we're fine. Yeah, okay, holy beloved is what we're going with, because emperor is nothing like that. If she hadn't said that the words were related because they have similar squiggles, I would pick emperor, so it would be holy emperor because there's the holy empire. But here we go. Holy beloved, but I'm only guessing. Professor, this friend of yours, if he's in love with you, I'm not sure how I can help. My friend, Alia, has disappeared. He told me he was going to a moon called Maersi. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Alia. But you can. That's what you do, isn't it? Find things? You're worried about him. He's important to me, and I don't know what he was doing out there. She seems a bit crabby, so I'm going to say, I'll look, but no promises. That's fair. Thank you. I wasn't going to ask for, like, raising the stipend. Come back soon, Alia, because this was the woman who raised her, kind of. And Alia, you're taking that robot with you. Thank you, Professor. I long to see the nebula. Seems like a terrible idea if she keeps losing them. Oh, and before you go, you should look in on Huang. He was eager to see you. That doesn't sound promising. Oh, don't be mean, Alia. I know he's rather beneath you, but you could at least say good faith to him. For the benefit of our little community. I'll bear that in mind. You're as cold as the rivers themselves, well suited to the stars. He's down there, by the tree. You must have walked straight past him on your way in. Good hunting, my dear. Yeah, I'm kind of playing Alia as a bit of a bitch. Question, quickly, press the buttons. Would you recognize Remba if you saw him? Did you meet him? I believe he activated me, Alia, after I was uncovered. I suspect that is why Professor Miari assigned me to you. Sorry, the words disappeared really quickly. And I don't know why I suddenly went into a weird camera angle. Okay, so we have a map option and inscriptions option. Let's check out the map. So the timeline sits at the bottom of the map. Oh, I don't suppose I have much choice. I wasn't looking. Jesus Christ. Sorry. She said something. I'm sure it was really relevant. So this is the rather fascinating looking map. It looks like a lot of rivers with some place markers. We're at Iox. There's Elberath, which she said she was from, Alia. Maersi, where Renbo was going. And quite far to the northwest, somewhere called Renaki. Do we get any information? Renaki is a mountain moon far outside the reach of Iox. I have never been there. I may have bitten off more if I can chew with this game if they speak this fast. I like to try to put some... Wow, completely forgotten the word, but it ends in fluence. Into the words. Maersi is a tiny rural moon. It's where Janiki told Professor Miari he was going right before he disappeared, but why would he be visiting a rice farm? I could go there next. Elbereth. Elbereth is my home. It's where I moor up when I want to sleep well, but not today. Yes, okay. I think we're sorted. Okay, she did repeat what she said before. Exit. Oh, she's talking. Shall we go down, Elia? Yes. Can I just say, Mistress Elia, it is wonderful to be accompanying you. If you're going to be following me around, I'll have to give you a name. I'm calling you Six. Six, mistress? I shall remember that. You know, I don't think I got the translation on this brooch quite right. The shape indicates that it's an empire piece, so I'd expect the inscription to reflect that. So is she going back on what she said before? Let's think about this some more. So before she said she thought the words were related because they have similar squiggles. So maybe I'm not thinking in universe enough. It could be that it is Holy Emperor like I was talking about. And in this language, Holy and Emperor are related. If the Emperor was considered holy, could be. I mean, it was my first thought, but because it made sense logically. Holy Emperor, we'll go with that. Holy Emperor then? I think that's at least closer to it. Okay, question. Well, I can't. So you were really dug out of a wall on Iox? I believe I was removed from a wall. The exact events are hazy. Okay, we've got some updates to the timeline. So less than 2 years ago, Six wakes up on Iox. The robots on Iox were buried in the walls. Some can still be heard. That's creepy. And then we've got Six is buried on Iox 950 years ago, alongside a whole cohort of robots, buried and inlaid into concrete. Oh, we could go back further. There's the Ancient Empire. I tried to scroll that way, but it didn't do anything. So before the alleged Holy Empire, it could be the Ancient Empire from 950 years ago. I can't... This is infuriating. Can I... let me throw it. Okay, that's as far back as I'm going to... Oh, no, I've grabbed it. We've got the Ancient Empire from 950 years ago to about 1650 years ago. Then it's the Ancient Time, which seems to go on for some time, until 3,900 years ago, and then they haven't bothered to name it. Cool. Question. Oh, I'm questioning this random lady. Alia, tell me, are you still wasting time on your curious notions of history? History isn't mine. It belongs to everybody. Most of us are decent people, Alia, and do not want it. You should devote yourself to real science. Metallics, maybe. Loop philosophy. Not now, curator. I'm busy. Ha! Working for the good of our community, I trust. Good faith to you, Alia. May the waters light your way. Okay, reply. Ooh! I accidentally hit T. Interesting. Wow, you can zoom into the timeline to like minutes. That's pretty cool. I really hate her. Understandable. Okay. Remark. They don't even believe in history here. They think the past and the future are the same thing. Like time was a loop. Like time was a clock face, Alia. It is quite rational. Do you believe it? Of course not. The Great Loop goes against all observable properties of time, not to mention basic entropy, but I have observed humans do not find contradictions hard to accept. Do you find? Sorry, it's hard to read this fast. Contradictions like what? Like you, Alia. You dislike robots, and you rely on them. You are interested in history, yet you ignore your own. You're interested in people, yet you prefer to be alone. Stop. I've heard enough. You are inquisitive, but prefer silence. Baffling. 6. What do you know about the Loop Temple? I know little of the Loop, Alia. The Loop priests claim that life is a great cycle. They believe that all that happens happened before. Alia. Good faith to you. Random person just interrupted. Is it true? The probability of it is incalculable, Alia. There is no meaningful data. This is so freaky. The camera angle just keeps randomly changing. I think it's trying to orient her to the people going past. So suddenly she'll stop looking at the rope. The Loop Temple is extremely well placed, Alia. They have a lot of money and significant power. Churches. Okay. This is so hard. I'd forgotten how Jackie was. Come on, we can do it. There's Huang. There. What's he doing, 6? I believe he is reading. But why is he doing it out here? Perhaps the level of light is preferable, Alia. I'd best get this over with. I'm kind of sashaying over with my invisible feet. Ran out of water. It's not cool. Alia! I didn't know you were back on Iox. Professor Maersi wanted to see me. Nothing bad. Perhaps. I'm not sure. She wanted me to find someone. Anyone I know? Janiki Remba? But I know Remba, of course. Well, a little. What did he teach? He's a roboticist. One of the best. One of the few. But why has she sent you to find him? I thought you dug things up. By the waters, Alia, what's happened to Janiki? Don't let your imagination run away with you. All right. Too many books, that's my trouble. Before you go, it hardly seems important now, but I found a line of ancient in the Annals of Mazwai I thought you might like. If you have time, that is. Show me and I'll let you know if I have time. Here, see what you think. Oh. I'm going to need a lot of water for this. Oh, this is a long one. Let me think. All right. Oh, no, it's coming and going. That second word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. It's just kind of fading in and out. I don't remember it being this bad, but maybe I just remember how I enjoyed the game, which is good to take that away rather than wow. All right, passage from the Annals. We have 3 words. First word, possibly Empress. Related words, maybe holy. There's also friend to consider. The third word, I wonder if I'm going to start writing things. Did I make... Do you think it's notebook time? maybe we save that. We'll save it till next time. I have to find a notebook first. So the second word is, she thinks maybe banished or buried. And the third word, labours, circuits, rebels, or robots. So she has chosen the first word as empress. The second word is banished or buried. And the third word is labours, circuits, rebels, or robots. Purely going for the conversations we've had, I'm going to say buried robots, because we've just read about how Six and a bunch of other robots were buried almost 1,000 years ago, and they've been slowly uncovering them. So we know robots have been buried. We don't know that the Empress did it, but holy, come on, it's not sliding a lot. Maybe it doesn't like that it's not in full screen. I may change it back, see how it goes. I mean, we can only guess at this point. So I'm going to go buried robots. Empress buried robots. I mean, it was the end of the Holy Empire and the beginning of the Dark... No, it wasn't. It was the start of the so-called Holy Empire. So the beginning... Oh, it's we don't have enough information right now. Does Empress buried robots work? Well, it's giving me time. But I thought there weren't any robots in the Empire. This suggests otherwise. I'd best not keep you. I hope you find him. Well, that was a weird-ass conversation, dude. Didn't answer me. Shall we proceed to your ship now? He didn't answer me. Have you sailed before, Six? Very annoying. I have no idea, mistress. But I am keen to find out. Oh, here we go. Is she going to speak? And so we left the hallowed walls of the university. I'm not sure I decided to leave. The timeline has popped up. So Miari gave me a brooch. Miari wants me to find her friend. I was given another robot. Yeah, basically just the things that happened. Fine. Continue. I feel maybe a bit more of a spectator in this one. We'll get used to it. Aboard the Nightingale. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine. The journey to Maersi should be quick, mistress. Nice place, is it? I do not believe so, mistress. I believe it is a farmyard. Why does a roboticist go to a farm? To study the competition, perhaps. Or perhaps there are robots buried on Maersi. Maybe Maersi will have a few ruins of its own. That seems unlikely. It is a moon of pigs and rice, mistress. Part of the Iox Protectorate, of course, but it is not wealthy. Nonetheless, I will prepare the ropes. I just don't know when there's a good time to pause or not. I might test see if the words do disappear as fast. Because these ones have... No, I don't know. I'm getting a bit of a headache, so I'm going to go refill my water. And then it looks like we have the ability to choose a location to plot a course. And we're on a kind of, looks like a lower decks of a ship. So I will be, right back. All right. Really like another cup of tea, but there's not really time to do that. I don't feel like... It feels a little stressful at the moment. I don't know when I can like just open the settings. I'm going to try and do it now. I'm going to try and switch to... Okay. I'm going to try and switch to full screen and see if that helps. It's not letting me open up the settings. Okay, we're going to Maersi. Wink. Yes, plot a course. Okay, so it's showing us the course, kind of GPS style. I did unmute myself, didn't I? Yes, I did. So it's the first right, and then the second right. I'm not going to remember this shit. Okay, sail. Ioxian space, sailing to Maersi in the verdant pass.
Maersi wanted us to sail to Maersi. It was a short sail through fast waters.
Shit. You should go right ahead, mistress. Okay. So we're now sailing. Sweep sail. Okay. Ooh! I see the force of the river is fastest in the middle, mistress. Right, I'm learning that I'm basically sailing. On the surface it appears the same, but there are deeper currents below. So it looks like we're sailing through space on some kind of currents. I mean, but there are clouds, so it can't be space. There are arrows to show us which ways to go, which is I really appreciate. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. But the rocks are floating. So are the clouds actual clouds or not? Oh, I'm so awkward at this. So I can zoom by right-clicking for sweep sail. This is your ship, mistress? Oh, can't sail and talk. I call her the Nightingale. I found her in a ruined hall on Elbereth, covered in dust. She must have been someone's prized possession once. She's mine now. Well, that was awkward, but I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. That's Maersi. You can see the greenery from here. So yeah, we are in space, but we are also sailing in currents through space. Maersi, a farming moon. If Renber's here, I need to find him. And if he's not, I need to work out where he went. I didn't actually drink any of the water. Please let me...
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Look at this place. Breathe the air. I cannot breathe, mistress. As you are no doubt aware. Another one of those one-eyed statues. Do I have control? Nope. Well then, let's see where Renber's got to. If we're really lucky, he'll have found an old pot. Okay, question. So where do we start? There is a series of rice terraces. If we climb up, away from the water, that should take us to the village. Okay. Stressful. Alright, I'm going to swap it back to full screen and see if that helps some of the wobbliness. Taking a breath. So she obviously comes from somewhere not so verdant. That's what I'm getting there. But yeah, I really liked the design of her ship because it looked like a fish. Oh, I can do a question. Can you do a scan for Janiki or something? Mistress has mistaken me for a dog. Perhaps you believe if I had a scrap of clothing, then I could trace his scent. Can you do that? Trace his scent? No, mistress. If I see him, I will let you know. It's just so weird when I don't know what the difference between question and reply is, because sometimes it says reply with a question but with a Q for the icon, and we'll just muddle through. Of course, we are not going to go up. Oh, question. How big is the village? Sizable, mistress. There should be plenty of people we can talk to. Oh no, the voices. Yeah, we're not going to go straight up. We're going to explore. There is no way I'm crossing that, mistress. Robots cannot swim. You can wait, can't you? My power source is good for millennia, mistress. Waiting will not be an issue. Patience, however, is more limited. Tell that to Maersi. A genuine forest. Iox can eat its bitter heart. Iox has one tree. Still, I hope Remba didn't run off to live in the woods. We'd never find him in there. There's some of the words are in italics and I have no idea why. We're going down because it's allowing us to go down. I don't know if there's some kind of loot. There's something here. A compass marked with the eagle and sun. It looks like something from the Holy Empire. No inscription on the casing. This comes from the same site as the brooch. The one Maersi gave me on Iox. Having another artifact should help us locate that site. New site indicated. Indications of an unknown site somewhere in the cyclones. Okay, so there's an unknown site where we could do some archaeologicking. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, basically, if it lets me walk somewhere, I'm going to go just in case. This doesn't seem like the kind of game that can afford to just have random spaces, but who knows? Let's be thorough, like science. Okay, I cannot possibly get through these reeds. It's impossible. They are reed sculptures. See if we can knock on the door. Although it's the back door, which is a bit creepy. I cannot get up the step. But there's something there. There's a sandal. Back. I can't lift my foot high enough to get up the step. But I can get up here. What would Remba be doing on a moon like this? Wasting his time, mistress. I cannot imagine any robots of interest here. There's something scratched here. The emblem of Iox. I suppose this is where the Maersian leave goods for Ioxians to collect. Tithings. Very old. Well, Janiki won't be hiding in there. That tithe barn was big. This moon produces a surplus, mistress. For what good it does then. Where does all the water here come from? There is a wellspring in the rock below us, mistress. The soil is permanently saturated by it. It was a tithing barn. Very old school. I'm going to look up at the statue, which is apparently listing. I love these old moons with their ancient stories. Who is that, for instance? One of the older goddesses? She is guarding the fields. Evidently, over 1,500 years have passed since she was carved. That's a long time. Relative to what, exactly? There used to be gods throughout the nebula, even on Iox, before the Empire was founded. I'm surprised Iox let this one stay. What is a wellspring, anyway? A source, mistress. Nothing more. A source of what? Commonly, water. Also air. So I don't know what's going to give me a tip, so I'm saying all the things. Oh, taken out of my control to walk up this hill. Got some rice paddies.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
She just randomly decide to speak up. I mean, it's not like the developer's fault or anything that it's not optimized for streaming. I suppose there's nothing old here. No ruins, no ancient kings, no crumbled towers. Of course not, mistress. This is a farmyard. Oh, God, my nose is itchy, sorry. This is a waste of my time, that's what it is. Rember's probably back on Iox again right now. Professor Maersi would have contacted me if that was the case, mistress. He is out here, somewhere, waiting. Okay, we're noting the statue again. She dominates everything. Elbereth has a statue like that, sort of. Just a pair of feet. Iox must approve. Although I understood they had destroyed similar statues on other moons. But where do the things in the well come from? They come from the well, mistress. I do not understand the question. Neither do I. We're going to do a loop. Hey look, I found some rice. Do they grow anything else here? It would not appear so. Walking through the rice, there's some hogs about. Let's do a little explore down here. Hello hogs. Hi. Hi. This moon seems most poor to me. There are no proper buildings. There is mud everywhere. Wrong person. You've grown soft on Iox. This is normal. Good, even. These people have everything they need. I never left Iox before, mistress. To me, this place seems barbaric. They have plenty to eat. That's a good start. I did not intend to give offence, mistress. I'm sorry if I did. Forget it, Six. Just maybe keep your voice down a little. Checking the bushes. Can't wiggle between them. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm supposed to question or reply. When it pops up, I just kind of whack one and hope for the best. Despite our disagreements, Alia, I wish to reassure you I am quite committed to our work. So were the other 5. Alia? No matter. Forget I mentioned it. Yes, Alia. Of course, Alia. Anyway, let's do better. Really, I would appreciate that. I don't know why it stopped us to say that. Yeah, just having a look up to the huts. Oh, no, I'm in control. Okay. Wish they'd make up their mind. Can I get down here? Yes, I can. I can't jump up there. I can't even take a particular... Ooh, an important question. Now, what would Janiki be doing here? There aren't any robots on Maersi, are there? Are they? Sorry, I read it wrong. I got distracted. Someone at the door. Excuse me. Okay. A warehouse. Retail. Sob. So why can I hear crying? Yeah, we are going to investigate everything. I don't feel like so attached to the character that I'd be able to say, no, she would not check out everything. We are going to check it out. Is crying significant, mistress? I understood it to be a normal human noise. Common, maybe, but not normal. Yeah, this is much more fluid when you're not reading everything out. I will wait out here, mistress. You. Do I know you? You are from Iox, aren't you? I was born on Elbereth. But you are from Iox. Have you met any Ioxians? Let's be subtle here. I recognized your voice, your accent. He told me you might come. Who did? My tall Ioxian. He left something for you. With the goddess to keep it safe. What did he leave? He said it will show you the way, Miari. Good faith to you. And I hope you find him. We're just going with that. You can't tell me what he was doing here? Did someone find some robots? He was looking for something. In the sky. He was always watching the rivers. I have to go now. I don't want them to see me talking to you. Oh dear. Janiki left something with the goddess, did he? Now why would he do a thing like that? Oh, here I come. Most curious, mistress. It doesn't prove anything. Indeed, mistress. We would need samples, to be sure. Remark. There's not many people tending all these crops. Plants are not like pigs. They do not require constant husbandry. What do you know about pigs? I meet people. There are also livestock. They are also livestock. Okay. Continuing on, not going to go straight to the statue. See if we'll get this pig out of our way. Excuse me, pig. Why do they build on stilts, do you think? Surely it doesn't flood up here. The mud, perhaps, mistress. Or perhaps animals sleep underneath. A gleam in the grass. Is it something in the mud? No, nothing here. That was exciting. What did you make of Renber's brooch, Six? The one he sent to Miari? I was struck by the craftsmanship. It seemed very fine to me. It is an artisanal product. High status, I can't say that word. How high status? Hard to say. Possibly very high. So it's valuable. Most likely. Mistress surely does not intend to sell it. No. The question is, where did Renber get it? I don't think she's the kind of archaeologist who sells findings. How much higher? One more level, mistress. Hello, pallet. Are we talking? Oh, no, we're just awkwardly walking past. Seems like a normal interaction to me. Can we get in here? Mistress, if I may ask, if you weren't rooting in the mud for lost roboticists, what would you be doing at this moment? I'd be sailing the uncharted reaches of the nebula looking for shipwrecks. Ooh. There are places out there where no one's been for hundreds of years. There are echoes of ancient voices. But no, instead I'm standing in Pigmark. Otherwise, I'd be scouring the market of Elbreth for interesting artifacts. Things have a life of their own, Six. Things survive, things travel from moon to moon, person to person. I'm saying too many things. Does that sound silly to you? Things travelling from moon to moon? Hardly, mistress. I am a thing. Or maybe I'd be in the library with Huang, reading up on old transcriptions. When the Empire was founded, they threw out the old way of writing, erased the past entirely. But it's all still there. You just have to know where to look. God, she's not very empathetic. You don't read ancient, do you? I would not know where to begin, mistress. It looks sad. I think she's being a little self-involved. Alright, let's check out the bushes. Oh, excuse me, girl. I must say, mistress, despite your cool manner, I am extremely excited to be working with you. You seem most passionate about your work. Alright, so I'm not going to press... I'm not pressing anything, just seeing what happens. So they just pop up and go away. I think they disappear, not because I've lost the opportunity to use them, but because, well, I don't know why they disappear, but they disappear. And then they come back. So at any point I could say things. Like, oh, I can only say it when it pops up though, okay. Why shouldn't I be passionate? Please understand, mistress, the only other person I remember is Professor Maersi. She is many things, but she is not passionate. It seems Professor Maersi was passionate about Remba. Otherwise we wouldn't be out here. I'm stuck. Oh, stranger. Greetings. She's trying to be diplomatic. Greetings to you. Welcome to Maersi. You have come to trade? She's gonna be flattering. This is a beautiful moon you have. It is wet enough for us, certainly. Perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for someone. Who? Not a Mercian, surely. We are as alike as ants to you. That's not true. So you are looking for a Mercian. I know my friend Janiki was here. I met one of your villagers. She knew him. Oh, no, don't rat her out. She? What was her name, this villager? Can't believe she ratted her out. She's so self-involved. It doesn't matter who she was. Yes, she's being inconsistent. Where is Remba? Why are you hiding him? If we had seen your friend, if he had met with an accident among us, what would Iox do? I just want to know where he is. We have not seen him. Now leave. I don't think she really cares about Iox that much. How is it gonna fade away? It's not fading away this time. Okay, we can slow down a little bit. She doesn't want to threaten him because she's not... I don't think she sees herself particularly Ioxian, which only leaves... I don't understand why you're lying to me. He just told you. The man sighed. Your friend was here. He left in a ship. Then something exploded in the sky. I do not know if that was your friend, but I do know we found this, close beside our goddess. Found my things. Didn't have a name on it. Here. A shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? It is most curious. This moon does not contain any crystals of this type. What kind of crystal is it, Six? Iolite, mistress. Valueless. Thank you for this. I'm trying to make her polite. Back of her head. You are welcome. Tell your Iaxian masters Mercians are still gracious, despite all. Good faith to you. It seems as if Brimba left, and has left us. Perhaps we should return to the ship. Is the shard enough to find him? Perhaps. I want to look around some more. This is so exciting. It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. I can't remember which way we're supposed to be going. Are all the moons in the nebula like this, mistress? Some of the nebula is like this, but not most. It seems pitiful to me. You should see what poverty looks like. I'll take you to Elbereth soon enough. I like it. It's got lots of plants. Wouldn't want to live here as a rice farmer, pig person. We must be at the top now. There should be a communal point somewhere here. You're sure you don't remember anything? From before you were buried? We're flip-flopping all over the place. Nothing. I can barely recall my activation, mistress, and that was quite recent. I understand humans have a similar problem with memory. You're talking about childhood. It's true, no one remembers being really young. A robot, being immortal, is essentially always young, mistress. I never know when I'm supposed to be talking or what I'm going to say. Can't get through, can't get through, can't read the book. We're looking for a communal point. Oh, more questions. Maeri's brooch. The stone inside it is the same as Remba's crystal? Undoubtedly. Obviously, they come from the same source. And we can find that source? With some analysis, mistress. Yes, I believe we can. Perhaps we should return to the ship now. Don't hassle me. God, maybe this is too much talking. I don't always have to click on it, but I don't want to miss any clues. Very talky and walky. Approach a villager. Good faith. My apologies, Ioxian. My pigs need me. Please, if you could just... No one on Maersi wants to talk to me. The locals don't seem surprised to see me. Or to see you. I imagine robots collect supplies from here routinely. The locals, I note, also do not seem pleased to see you. Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. Yeah, I'm not always getting, like, loads of interesting, useful information. Although I'm a bit surprised that he said the crystal was... Can I get in? Nope. Then why let me up here? Yeah, he said the crystal was valueless. Hang on. Ugh. I stepped in something. Mud, mistress. I know what mud is, 6. Of course, mistress. Will your tracks cope with the muck? Of course they will. They clean themselves too. Not bad. Oh, there's a way to go down here. Because now I've found something once, I have to explore everywhere. As much as my patience will allow me. Oh, I'm at...
Three paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
Okay. There's a thing on the well. Oh! Another thing. Oh, yes? Do we show him the brooch, or do we point out that no one will talk to us? Fuck it, show him the brooch. Do you recognise this? I recognise the symbol of our Ioxian masters, of course. But do you recognise this brooch? No. No one here would own a brooch like that. Not every slave must wear their chains. You don't like Hyoxians? Neither do I. They are well-mannered thieves. You aren't afraid to criticize Iox? What would your people do to us? You already take our food. Shall we leave? There must be something here to discover. Just been really rude. No one wants me here. Okay, looks like... I don't want to follow that guy. No, I don't want to talk to him again. Makes me sad. Oh, come on, Six. Let's try this way. That's where I was going. It is so strange when sometimes it just takes control. Definitely no robots here. No reason for Remba to come here at all. I don't imagine Remba met that woman on Iox after all. Sometimes what she said doesn't link together so much. We're scouring the ground. Sorry, pigs. Hi, pig. By my faith, it stinks here. I do not believe pigs are known for their hygiene, mistress. Actually, they're not too bad. They just like to roll in mud. They like to, and it makes them clean. So if there are no robots, why are there ramps everywhere? Iox use robots to collect produce from moons in the Protectorate. Seems like it would be easy to stop the robots taking anything. Pull up a few walkways and put some stones in the way. I cannot imagine that would make any difference, mistress. Robots are versatile. There's plenty of rice stored up. Elbereth should move itself here. I believe that is exactly what the Protectorate exists to prevent. How many moons are there in the Iox Protectorate 6? At the last settlement, it was 23. Alright. We are gonna consider what's happened just before we finish. A lot of talking. I've really quite... That's a lot. I know I don't have to click on it. I just... Maybe it's going to get to the point where I've clicked on so much there's nothing to say later. That's okay. But yes, it's a tough one. So the founding of the Iox Protectorate initially encompassed only Elbereth and Iox, and expanded. I want to look at our things. Our things. Okay, how about this? The man on Maersi seemed to think it was left by... So I guess we don't really have to go to the statue because he picked up the item. But we're going to anyway, just in case there was something else. Inscriptions we've done. Not very much. I hope there's an easier way to look at the inscriptions. T. Not particularly just now. Unsolved inscriptions. It's not giving me much. I thought it would change the screen. Oh, I can click on it. Empress buried robots. So it's a lot. It's been a lot in one go. We're gonna have to let this all sink in for next week. I know it's been janky, a little bit wobbly. Stop it. But we're gonna push through and we're gonna find an equilibrium with all the talking and such, and yeah, get used to the awkward movement style and things like that. And I'm sure it will go fine once we get more things to try to translate. I mean, I think that's the fun bit, really. But otherwise, we are going to call it there.